Hello everyone. On this channel, I feel that information about what is happening in China is often not correctly conveyed to countries other than China, so I will be disseminating the information I have gathered in English. I'm getting information from multiple media, so I'd be happy if you could comment on the content of the video. Also, English is not my native language, so I use an AI speaker to create the voice to convey the information correctly. I'm very happy that it seems that everyone's eyes are on it little by little. As the world situation becomes unstable, I feel frustrated that information about the economic superpowers is not properly disseminated overseas. Not all of my information is correct, but I'm happy to hear that there is such information. This time, I will explain the economic data of China. It is the first quarter from January to March of 2022, 1 year ago from now. I think you can intuitively understand the current situation, but you can tell if the policy is correct by comparing it to a year ago. Please listen as if you went back a year ago. First, a year ago, the first quarter was really bad. A year ago, China had a radical containment as a zero-corona policy. Going out for shopping was also restricted. Shanghai was mainly reported, but cities other than Shanghai were also blocked. China is a country where online shopping is very popular, so even if it is prohibited to go out, consumption will not slow down. If you can't go out, you can order online. But even if you can shop, your income will fall. Some people will be unable to carry out general business activities and businesses, and some will lose their jobs. The curfew is a big damage to the people who actually have a store and operate it. Car sales have also dropped significantly. This is a matter of course, and if you are curfew, you won't need to own a car. It's crazy to buy a new car at this timing. There is an organization called the China Automobile Association, which announces sales forecasts. The forecast here is expected to drop by 30%, but it is a significant drop. Due to the significant decline, the used car market seems to be in a situation where the inventory has increased and the inventory has not decreased at all. At the same time, Japan had a shortage of automobiles. In Japan, people began to avoid using public transportation and move around in their own cars, and although the number of people who wanted cars increased, the production of new cars was delayed due to the shortage of semiconductors, and second-hand cars began to sell. At that time, the government made a surprise announcement. Xi Jinping has issued the following orders. I said we should beat America in terms of GDP this year. It is a well-known story that China's GDP is growing, but it is said that it is still in the future to surpass the United States. In such a situation, I was surprised when Xi Jinping suddenly said something strange. The news was reported by the Wall Street Journal. The article states that Xi Jinping has called on government officials to stabilize the economy by the end of this year, and to exceed the economic growth of the United States. The Chinese government says it is discussing plans to boost growth in various sectors. According to another article, Xi Jinping gave instructions to surpass the United States in terms of GDP growth rate, not total GDP. Still, I'm surprised by what he's saying in his current state. Next is China's trade. China's domestic market is not very good, but trade exports are relatively strong. Logistics are going crazy all over the world, and factories in China are operating steadily while factories are shutting down due to infection. In China, while telling the factory to operate, they say that it will be your responsibility if the corona outbreak occurs, and the factory will operate. In that case, the manager of the factory will have no choice but to cover up the illness. This may be the reason why the infection spread in China at that time. Despite this disparity between inside and outside, strong trade could result in a positive GDP growth rate. What we have to be careful about with China is that when Xi Jinping, the top of the country, shows a policy, bureaucrats all over China embellish the results. In a sense, we can say that we are united and working toward one goal. So the actual numbers don't matter. Achieving the goals set by the top is a certainty. However, the Wall Street Journal article does not mention the source of the information, so I do not know if Xi Jinping gave instructions. If he gives instructions, he will carry them out. Now you can check the answers. That's all for now. See you next time.